2016 arguably saw Vaporwave evolve more than it had at any point since 2011, when many of the genre's definitive albums first appeared. From the strangely hypnotic emergence of simpsonwave into the public domain, to the growth of hard vapor as a genre-moving force, Vaporwave has taken twists and turns in 2016 that hint towards exciting possible future directions. And by way of reviewing the best Vaporwave albums of the past year, here's a tentative outline of that future. Escape to New York by Ursula's Cartridges is a disco plunderphonics hybrid that took future funk into uncharted territory. In cutting and twisting the exuberance of the 70s beyond all recognition, its hyperactive groove suggested that the new is only ever a rearrangement of what came before. On Rain Temple, 2814 uses otherworldly samples and synths to signal passage into another state of consciousness. Another 2016 Vaporwave release concerned with flight and transcendence. On this LP, the duo of HKE and Telepath produce fluid, ominous meditations that sounded deeply introspective, yet massively expansive. It was as though, by searching within, its neo-noirish ambience somehow rediscovered the world in its all-encompassing truth.
That's what they all about. That's what that rhyming about. Y'all niggas ain't really about it now. Y'all niggas just be talking and frontin' about dollars how. Y'all grinding how. Franchise, that's the team, I'ma put them on my back. Tighten up, no slack.
Perhaps the biggest departure for Vaporwave in 2016 was Midnight Run, in which genre pioneer Vektroid teamed up with Houston MC Siddiq to create what was also the most out-there rap record of the year. By superimposing Siddiq's finely honed rapping over Vektroid's psychedelic fragmented production, the duo's collaboration emerged as one of the first albums to give Vaporwave a distinctively human face, even if the artificial aura of its electronics implied otherwise. In part the soundtrack to an imaginary Japanese role-playing game, this album found debutante Equip composing panoramic 8-bit symphonies that describe the ascent of the player towards personal growth and self-discovery. This homage to the likes of Nobuo Uematsu and Yasunori Matsuda may make the album seem nerdy, yet its multi-layered melodies and constant air of wonder make it one of the emotionally richest LPs of 2016. The unparalleled quality of Blank Banshee's Mega was fortunately one of the least shocking and controversial things to occur in 2016. It was never entirely clear when, if at all, the producer would release the much-anticipated follow-up to Blank Banshee 1. When it suddenly dropped in October, it seemed to unite the vapor trap diaspora in adoration and excitement. Not only did it feature the crystalline hooks and infinitely suggestive samples that had been BB's signature since 2012, but it fused its seemingly clinical and computerized elements into an incredibly soulful and expressive whole, and set a benchmark that Vaporwave will have a very hard time surpassing. Mallsoft is a subgenre that takes classic vaporware's interest in consumeristic detachment and uses it as the thematic basis for spacious ambient music in the imagined space of the suburban shopping mall. And Kmart 1989 to 1992 by PowerPC ME, probably the finest Mallsoft example in recent memory. This entire album is a wonder mesh of lo-fi, chillwave, and vaporwave that aim to engineer a placid, meandering, and cavernous atmosphere in which listeners can get lost looking for that perfect Christmas present. Though it appears hard to unpack, Telepath's A, in fact, does exactly what it purports to. The A in question is a girl in a dream, and Dream Girl. Yep, that's right. It's the soundtrack to the artist's telepathic communion with her. A 40 minutes wash of half grooves, spacey synths, and shimmering constellatory bloops. It's very easy to get lost in this LP. There's arguably nothing more human than love and romance. Yet on Songs for Lovers, the simulated soul was so perfect, so thickly laid on, and so knowingly cliched that these two emotions felt more like the result of computer programming than spontaneous feeling. The oily saxes and grinding bass lines were meticulously assembled by the duo of Mirage and Waterfront Dining, and they hit all the right notes. Their velvety late-night lo-fi stands as a reminder of how easily most intimate feelings can be manipulated. Kicking off the year with an appropriately themed promise of renewal, the self-titled new GAIA saw Vaporwave build on its new age leanings to create music that was cosmic and celestial in scope. Charting the human race's departure from an exhausted Earth, its futuristic soundscapes and shimmering keys felt like a voyage to alien worlds in search of a new habitat. Yet in true Vaporwave fashion, its subtle yet evocative atmosphere of unreality revealed these worlds to be hyper-real simulations, disguising the demise of humanity, along with the planet we destroyed. 2 years after the monumental A Heart Full of Love on New Humans, it seems DARKPYRAMID has mastered his brand of ambient post-internet vaporwave. The producer uses cold dystopian synths and ethereal textures to create a foreboding yet dimly euphoric cyberpunk atmosphere. The album provides a glimpse of a future where humans had merged with their own technology to become something more than human.